Hello guys and welcome to Moxie Architecture. Today we will solve the numericals of previous year GATE question papers. So let's dive in. In a residential neighborhood, the net area of residential plot is 50% of the total area. If the population is 8,000, the ratio of net density to gross density in neighborhood is net density is population divided by residential area, whereas gross density is population divided by total area. If the total area we consider as x, the net density is equal to 80,000 divided by 0.5, as the residential area is 50% into x. Gross density is equal to 80,000 by x. So the ratio for net density by gross density, calculating it comes by as 1 by 0.5, which is 2. A hemispherical earth mound of 3-meter diameter is proposed to be constructed in a children's park. If the proportion of soil and sand for the construction is 3.2, the estimated volume of soil in cubic meter is. So the volume of hemisphere is half into 4 by 3 into pi r cube, where the diameter is given as 3, so the radius is 1.5 meter. Substituting the value, we get the volume of hemisphere as 7.07 meter cube. So we have to calculate the volume of soil. As the ratio is given 3:2, so the soil is 3 parts of 5. Therefore, 3 divided by 5 into 7.07 gives us the volume of soil, that is 4.24 meter cube. A steel I-beam section is subjected to a bending moment of 94 kilonewton meter. The moment of inertia of the beam section is 24,000 centimeter raised to power 4. The bending stress at 100 mm above the neutral axis of the beam in MPa will be. Bending stress is equal to M max into Y by I. So M max is the bending moment, I is the moment of inertia, Y is the distance from the neutral axis. So the bending stress is equal to 96, we have to convert it into Newton per meter, hence 96,000 into 0.1, that is this mm is converted into meter, divided by the moment of inertia given. So we converted the moment of inertia of centimeters into meters. So it gives us to be 40 into 10 raised to power 6 Newton per meter square. But we need the answer in MPa. We know that 1 MPa is equal to 10 raised to power 6 Newton per meter square. Therefore, the answer is 40 MPa. A room is mechanically ventilated through 4 air conditioning ducts. The opening area of each duct is 0.35 square meter. The area velocity of the duct is 0.5 meter per second. The temperature difference is 10 degree. Volumetric specific heat is 1215 joule per meter cube degree Celsius. Assuming 1 ton of refrigeration as 3.5 kilowatt, the cooling load of the room in TR will be. So the heat exchange is volume of air into specific heat into temperature difference. So the volume of air we can calculate as 4, as there are 4 ducts, so 4 into 0.35, that is the area, into the velocity of air. Therefore the volume of air is 0.8 meter cube per second. Heat exchange we can calculate, so we know the volume of air, the specific heat and the temperature difference, hence it is 8,750 joules per second, which can be converted as 8,750 watts. 1 TR is equal to 3.5 kilowatt, hence the total TR will be 2.5. Based on the given CPM network diagram for a construction project below, we have to find out the project completion time in weeks. So this is the activity, and this is the time given to complete the activity from 1 to 2. Okay, so let's see all the paths then that can be followed. So if we follow from 1 to 2, 2 to 5 and 5 to 6, the total weeks will be required is 7 plus 3 plus 4, that is 14. If we follow the path of 1, 3, 4, 6, the total weeks required is 14. If we follow the path of 1, 3, 5, 6, the total weeks required is 18. And if we follow the path of 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, the total weeks required is 15. So the project completion time in weeks will be the maximum time it takes to complete the project. Hence the completion time is 18 weeks. As per URDPFI guidelines, the number of equivalent car space, that is ECS, required to accommodate 10 cars, 16 scooters and 14 bicycles will be. So this is the ECS of all vehicles according to the guidelines. So car taxi has a equivalent of 1. Two-wheelers have a ECS, means a equivalent car space of 0.25. Auto rickshaw has of 0.5 and bicycle of 0.1. So accordingly, putting all the values of the given vehicles, the ECS total comes to be 18. URDPFI is Urban and Regional Development Plans Formulation and Implementation. The reverberation time in seconds for a room with dimension of 4 into 3 into 3. The details of the indoor acoustic treatments are given as follows. So we know that R is equal to 0.161 into V divided by SA, where R is the reverberation time, V is the volume of room and SA is the total absorption. SA can also be written as summation of area into absorption coefficient. So the total area of wall is 2 into 4 into 3 plus 2 into 3 into 3, that is 42 meters square. SA of the wall is 42 into the percentage of area given in the table and the absorption coefficient given in the table. Similarly, 42 into the percentage and the absorption coefficient, that comes up to 7.98. Similarly, we calculate the SA of area and SA of the ceiling, that is 3.6, and the area and SA of floor, that is 1.2. So R is equal to 0.161 into 36, that is the volume of the room, divided by the addition of all the SAs, that is 12.78 is equal to 0.5 seconds. In 2001, the population and workforce participation rate of town were 30,000 and 30% respectively. The workforce participation rate in 2011 increased to 34%. If the decadal population growth rate was 6%, the increase in number of working people in town in 2011 will be. So the workforce in 2001 is 30% of 30,000, which is 9,000. The population of 2011 will be 6% of 30,000, that is 31,800. The workforce in 2011 is 34% of 31,800, that comes to be 10,812. So the increase in workforce is 10,812 minus 9,000, that is 1,812. A 20-story building with 3-meter floor-to-floor height and a passenger lift is hoisted by a steel rope. Weight of the lift car is 750 kg and the ultimate load of the steel rope can carry is 39,000 kg. Assuming a factor of safety of 20, calculate the number of passengers the lift can carry if the weight of single passenger is 75 kg. So, considering the factor of safety, 39,000 divided by 20 is equal to 1950 kg. So the passenger weight that the lift can carry is 1950 minus the weight of the lift car, that is 750 kg, which comes up to 1200 kgs. So the total number of passenger, as the weight of single passenger is 75 kg, it will be 1200 divided by 75, that is 16 number of passengers. Numerical 10. 1 liter of acrylic paint can cover a 16 square meter of wall area for first coat and 24 meter square for the second coat. The wall of the lecture hall measuring 12 meter, 8 meter into 4 meter need to be painted with 2 coats of paint. The hall has total glazed fenestration of 12 meter square. Calculate the total number of containers required of 4 liter paint. So the total wall area will be 12 into 8, that is length into breadth into 2 into the height of the room. So it is 160 meter square. The total area to be painted is 160 minus the glaze fenestration, that is 12 meter square, is equal to 148 meter square. paint for first coat is 148 divided by 16 as given, hence 9.25, and paint for second coat is 148 divided by 24, hence 6.16. So the total paint required is 15.41, and the container of 4 liters required will be 15.41 divided by 4, that are 4 containers. A 250 mm into 250 mm RCC column is reinforced with 1% steel. The permissible compressive strength of concrete and steel is 8 and 150 Newton per mm square respectively. The axial load carrying capacity of column in kilonewton is. So the axial load carrying capacity, the formula is area of concrete into compression strength of concrete plus area of steel into compressive strength of steel. So the area of column is 250 into 250, that is 6250 mm square. Cross section area of steel is 1%, which come up to 625 mm square. So the area of concrete will be the area of column minus area of steel, that is 61,875 mm square. Using the above formula and putting all the values, the total axial load carrying capacity of the column comes up to be 588.75 kilonewtons. A solar photovoltaic system is proposed to be installed on the rooftop of a hostel. The cost of installation and the annual maintenance is 2,40,000 and 6,000 respectively. It is expected to generate a 6,000 kilowatt hour of electricity per month. Assuming the unit price of 5 rupees, the payback period of the investment in year is. So let's consider 6 kilowatt hour is equal to 6 unit per month. So money saved per month is equal to 600 into 5, that is 3000 rupees. Money saved in year is 3000 into 12, that is 36,000 rupees. Let's consider the payback year as X. So 2,40,000 plus 6,000, that is the maintenance cost per year, into X is equal to 36,000 into X. Calculating for X, the total year for the payback will be 8 years. Pump is installed in an apartment building to lift the water to the upper tank of the capacity of 10,000 liters. Total head of lift is 18 meters and the pumping time is 30 minutes to fill the tank completely. Assuming G is equal to 10 meter per second square and efficiency of pump of 80%, the power required of pump in kilowatt will be. So the work done to lift water is mgh, where m is 10,000 into g is 10 into height is 18. So work done is 1800 kilojoules. The time taken is 30 minutes into 60 is equal to 1800 seconds. So the total power required will be 1 kilojoule per second is equal to 1 kilowatt. So consider the machine power to be X. So X into 0.8, which is the efficiency of the machine, is equal to 1 kilowatt. Hence the X is equal to 1.25 kilowatt. That is the power of machine. In a housing project, the number of LIG, MIG and HIG units are in ratio of 1:1:2 and their area of units are in ratio of 3:5:8. Assuming the same cost for all three types, in no profit no loss situation, if 10% discount is offered to the LIG and MIG units, what is the extra charge that the HIG unit has to pay? So we see the unit and the area of LIG are given. Ratio for construction cost will be the multiplication of unit into area, that is 3:5:16. If a 10% discount is given, LIG will be 2.7 and MIG will be 4.5, which adds up to 7.2, but earlier it was 8. So the total load cost of 0.8 will be on HIG. So the extra percentage payable by the HIG unit will be 5%. Estimate number of bricks for laying one course of 250 mm thick brick wall using rat trap bond for a length of 3.9 meters. So this is the rat trap bond. If we consider this as one module, then the length of the module will be 250 plus 75, that is 325 mm. Number of bricks in one module is 3. So the total module required for 3.9 meters will be 3900 divided by 325 is equal to 12 modules. Total number of bricks will be 12 into 3, that is 36 bricks. The difference in invert level between two pits separated by a distance of 30 meters is 1 meter. An intermediate pit is required to construct at a distance of 18 meter from the pit at a higher level. Maintaining the same slope, the difference in invert level of new pit and the pit at lower level in mm will be. So let's see, this is pit number 1 and this is pit number 2. The distance is 30 meter and the difference between the height is 1 meter. So we have to construct a new pit here, that is the pit number 3, which is at a 18 meter distance from higher pit, which gives us that it is at a 12 meter distance from the lower pit. So 1 by 30 is equal to this x, which is the height difference between lower pit and the third number of pit, x by 12. Calculating this, it gives us x is equal to 0.4 meter, that is 400 mm. A 4-story building with equal area in each floor is required to be designed on a plot with a FAR of 2. If the FAR is increased to 2.2, the percent increase in ground coverage utilizing full FAR in both cases will be. So what is FAR? FAR is floor area ratio. Consider the plot area to be A. So in first option, the total built up area will be 2A. As it is a 4-floor structure, so the ground coverage will be 2A by 4, which is 0.5A. In option 2, the total built up area is 2.2A. The ground coverage will be 2.2A by 4. So the increase in ground coverage will be the subtraction of option 1 from option 2, which is 0.05A. So the increase in ground coverage is equal to 0.05A divided by 0.5A, that is 10%. A lamp source of 3200 candela is mounted on a wall at a height of 2 meter from the work plane. It suspends at an angle of incidence of 60 degree with the center of the work plane. The illumination at the center of the work plane in lux will be. So let's consider that this is the lamp which is placed and it incident at this point on the work plane at an angle of 60 degree. The height of the lamp is given as 2 meter. So firstly we have to calculate this x. So cos 60 is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse, which is 2 upon x, which gives us x as 4. By cosine law, illumination E is equal to I by d square into cos theta. So substituting all the values, we get that the illumination at the center of the table will be 100 lux. If you want to know more about the courses and the study material, the link is given in the description box as well as the contact number. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye.